Good morning, everyone. Today is Sunday, June 22nd, and today is Group C guesstimate video day, and all that fun. I did take a poll yesterday because I went live most of the week, and it was really to get sleep, so I could sleep in. So I decided to take a poll. What's better, live videos or pre-recorded garage videos? Only 232 votes. However, the pre-recorded videos for the win. So 70%, which is a strong win right there. More people probably watch later on, and they like the pre-recorded versus the live. So next week, next week anyway, I was going to do back to the pre-recorded. The live videos are more probably for the weekends. This video is always going to be live. Saturday's debatable, and then obviously during the week, it's going to be here and there. But for the most part, yeah, it'll be a mixture, but more pre-recorded than not. So yeah, thank you for voting. If you did not vote, you can still vote, and let me know what you think. Anyway, enough about that. So we're here for the guesstimates, right? Group C, they're declaring this next week, Wednesday. Let's see the schedule. So if you go to the YieldMax website and you scroll down, what do we got? All right, here we go. Weekly pairs in Group C. All right, it's all here. June 25th, this is declaration date. All right, that should be the Wednesday. June 26th, that's ex-dividend date, and then June 27th, that's pay date, the Friday. So what do you have to do? If you want the distribution, you have to buy no later than 625, but you have to hold it until 626. So if you buy it on 625 during trading hours and you sell it on 626, technically you will qualify for the distribution. Does that make sense doing that? No, it doesn't. The timing could work out, or the timing could not work out. It's a kind of a losing game, but you get what I'm saying. But either way, this week, Wednesday morning, YieldMax will actually send out an email for their declaration, and then you'll know that way. Today's video is just fun and entertainment, as we say, and we're just going to guess. We're just going to say, okay, what are they going to pay? Who the heck knows? And there's our guess. All right, so let's get to it. And we're going to do a bunch of other things, right? Singing, debatable, very debatable. I don't know. We shall see. All right. I'm assuming the audio works. I didn't even ask, but does the audio work, or am I talking to myself? Let's see. Loud and clear. Okay. Brother AB said it. All right. So let's start with Nephley. All right. Nephley. Let's make the zoom a little better. There we go. Gains per share in the screen. Okay. So real quick, for those of you that do not understand the spreadsheet or are maybe new to the spreadsheet, what I do, I have a lot here. I know it's confusing. I'll go from left to right. All right. I'll try to explain it briefly. So this is the last three payments for each, each ETF. And then over here, well, this is just my accuracy of the guesstimate, which actually this has to be updated with. It'll pull up a V, not a U. So obviously when I plug in the new numbers, that will compare my guess to the new numbers. Okay, so obviously nothing there. Actual yield, this will be based on, what they actually, declare. Guesstimate yield, this is what based on what I guess, that's the yield associated with it. Implied volatility, 30-day average. This is just a pull directly from alphaquery.com. For some reason, it's having issues lately, and it's pissing me off, to be honest. And it's going to mess up my whole video probably. Hey, but we'll get through it. And then I added, this is a new one, lowest distribution. So what this is it calculates what was the lowest distribution that any of these ETFs have ever paid. And then this is the important piece for the guesstimates, all right? So what do we got here? Last ex-dividend date, right? was what? What was the date? 5/29, right? Supposedly, we can double check, right? The last time Group C, here we go. Yep, 5/29. So that's when I start tracking the price to see how it did, since the last ex-dividend date, since it dropped from the prior distribution. And that way we can, this is really for the recovery rate calculation. However, we're going to use it as well to give an idea of what we're going to guesstimate. So you can see like Nephley, they went up 27 cents per share. Again, that's on the paper, as we say. How they doing on the group's value tab? Let's see. Nephley, that positive amount means that's a losses, obviously, so that there is no profit. Anything that's a negative amount, yes, that has a profit. Okay, profit. Does that make sense? All right, so when we don't have a profit, when there's nothing in this column, right, nothing here, then that doesn't help us. That really does nothing for us, in fact. So we have to just simply look at the implied volatility to do our guesstimate. And guess what? It's not working. All right, I'm going to refresh this page, and I'm going to hope it works. But if it doesn't, it doesn't. And whatever. We'll just complain and cry, and no one cares. All right, so let's get that zoom back, that 150, right? 150, a good zoom. What do you guys think? All right, let's get down to Group C. Let's get down to business. All right, so, you son of a, where the heck? Oh my goodness, this spreadsheet's a monster of monsters. All right, well, okay, let's go. Let's go to the right. Here we go. Here we go. All right. Anyway, so what the heck did I put in there? All right. So their implied volatility is updated. It's 43%. Again, to keep it simple, when I don't see that they made anything extra, anything beyond limits, anything crazy, I just look at the IV and I say, what's the average IV? What's the 30-day average? And I'm going to say it's 43%. Are they going to yield 59? I mean, oh my God. Are they going to yield 41? Probably around there, maybe. Last three payments, 60, 92, 68, 59 cents is it's lower than the rest of them. It could be even lower than this. I feel like I'm keeping it conservative, right? I mean, they could pay 60. I should probably put it at 60 cents. I'm going to be doing a lot of changing, just so you guys know, because I filled this in like really, really fast yesterday and not much time. But this is, let's go with 60 cents for Nephley. What do you guys think? Is that good? Maybe, maybe not. All right, Mr. Conehead, what are you doing? You got a 62% IV. You went up 90 cents per share. And you've made, look at that. They made 173 mil. That's $1.17 per share. So Coney heads, guess what? All right, so let's see what we got here. I don't know, man. I don't know. This is subject to change. Last three payments, 43 cents, then 65, and then they paid 73. They made what? $1? What the heck we say? $1.17. I mean, they ain't paying $1. There's no freaking way. Again, it's the price of the ETF is $8.98. So they're not paying $1. That's a given. Their last payment was 73. Could they beat that? Maybe. I had the guesstimate yield though. It's at nearly 100%. So 69 cents. It seems kind of high, to be honest. I don't know. This is a tough one. I might have to stay where I'm at, only because they did make over $1. So I just feel like sometimes they'll give one of these ETFs 100% yield, but we're in such a low IV environment. But Coney, man, or coin, I should say, 62% IV. That's pretty sweet. So it's not like I'm even doubling their IV. But 69, yeah, 69 cents. What do you guys think? Is that too low or is that too high? I don't know. Coney heads, where are you? You're probably I don't know. It's a slight decrease from the last one, but it's an increase from the prior two, so it's still pretty good. Yeah. Coin has been flying. And actually, You know what? That's a good point, because before I stick with that decision, let's go here and let's see how much we're got on the synthetic. Yeah, no, they cashed out the synthetic. Yeah, so there's not much there then. They are who we thought they were. So basically, yeah, that's not going to help my my decision. I'm gonna have to stick with what I got then, guys. You're getting 69 cents. That's it. Sorry. All right, I'm moving on. MSFO, how you doing? Well, your IV, suckety doo dah, 18%. You did go up 62 cents per share. As far as group's value, though, no soup for you. So, how much are they gonna pay? Does anyone even care? I mean, it's not gonna be much. 28 cents. Ooh. Wow, that sucks. 28 cents. Their lowest payment was 0.2. This is basically their lowest payment. Yikes. That is more than a 50% cut from the last one. But it's yielding what their IV is. So what do you want, man? What do you want? Again, I don't know. Is this too low? I have a feeling they're all going to be too low, right? They're all going to be too low. But look at the implied volatility for everything. Yeah, man, it's a rough one. All right, AMDY, how you doing? How you doing? Well, you got an implied volatility of 40%. That's how you doing. And you went up 52 cents and you didn't make any money on the group's value. So let's just uncover what we got here. Let's see what we're paying. 27 cents. Lowest payment ever was 27 cents is a 43% guesstimate yield. Again, implied volatility chilling at 40. That seems about right, to be honest. You know, I could be wrong. Of course I could be. I'm wrong a lot, as many people point out. How could you be so off? Well, let's see. Because. All right, so we'll go with 27 cents. Did I see that PP actually made some money? Yeah, they made 10 cents. Wow. That's a big winner right there. 10 cents. That's not going to help us decide. So let's move on to PP. Their IV is 31%. And you can just see here, I'm giving them 31. You know, I'm being lazy about it. I'm not going anything crazy there. 31 cents. That is a decrease from the last all three payments. In fact, the last payment was 55, which is pretty sweet. But again, what do you want? What do you want, man? They can't make the same premium in a lower IV environment. Maybe after, the news last night, maybe implied volatility will be higher, of course, at the expense of the market going down. Maybe, I don't know. Again, there was so much uncertainty with this whole war thing going. Maybe there is certainty now, right? Maybe they know what they know. Who the hell knows what's going to happen on Monday? But my guess is, it's going to definitely at least start red, and then we'll probably go from there. But all right, let's move on. ABNY, they did not go up in price. They did not make any money. Their implied volatility is 32. So again, lazy guesstimate. Yes, of course, 29 cents, 31.79% estimate. Okay. Again, this is going to be the lowest payment ever. If they actually pay this will be the lowest payment that they ever paid. All right. So sorry. CVNY, again, look at their last payment. Oh my goodness. 456. What's their price at? 42.70. Okay. They're I believe they're $50 launch. So it's not like they're holding back, right? So what do I got? I got a $1.95. This will definitely be their lowest payment. This will be a 59% IV. I gave them, a 59% guesstimate yield. Their IV is 52%. I gave them a little higher than their IV, only because this is going to be their lowest payment. They may want to keep it above $2 to save face. I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you think, Cletus? What do you think? All right. I should keep up with the questions here. I do see Coney question. Where is it? So this is from Alpha Chaser. How you doing? What happens to the remainder of the 173 profit not returned to shareholders? The remainder of the what? 173? Where the hell are you getting that number? 173. Again, if there is any money left over before the fiscal year ends, yes, they have to pay out 90%, 90%, 90%. But keep in mind, that is total income, you know, versus total payout. So I'm not sure where that number came from, maybe a previous month, but I don't know if that, hopefully that answers your question. Let's see. Then $1 is possible. No way. Sorry, not happening. All right, CVNY $1.95, 59% yield. All right, guys, get ready for this. By the end of the video, you are gonna be like, you're not gonna be, you're gonna be, wee. All right, why? Well, I was surprised too. Only because I went here and I was like, I said, damn, from 57.92 to 65. 50 they launched at what? 50? They launched at 50. They jumped 760. Like, what? So what did I do? I went to the group's value and I said, yo, what's up, Hoy? Yo, what's up? And they said, no, we ain't making bank, bro. In fact, we didn't make anything, bro. So that didn't help me. So I had to do more work. All right. For you guys, I did the work. Not a lot of work, but let's scroll. Check this out. Ready? Are you ready for this? Y'all ready for this? Boom. All right. So check this out. Before I even scroll down, look at their synthetic. I'll even highlight it for you. This is their synthetic, right? Actually, I'll highlight the whole row for you. All right. So check this out. This is their put, right? Their put costs 12 cents to close. That's an indicator alone. And their synthetic overall, they close on July 18th. Look at the price, 49. All right. Hoy, not Hoy, I mean Hood is priced above that, clearly. So look at this. Look at the buy call of the synthetic. It's worth 4.4 mil, and the chickity doodah only wants 17K. So you know that means this is bank, bro. Bank, bro. It's on paper. Yeah, who cares? Look at this, man. 4.3 mil. Again, Hood is hoodie. Hoodie. You know, they're doing good, man. They're doing freaking good. They did not cash any of this out, clearly, or else we would have seen it in the income. But we have to consider it. I have to. Look at this. Wait, we're not done. What is the total? Well, first of all, the underlying price of Hood is 78.50. The synthetic's at 49. Cash this sucker out already, man. I mean, Monday could dip now at this point, but we'll see. But yeah, just roll. You gotta get a new synthetic, son. All right. So here's the numbers. All right, we got to talk. Here it is. Look at this. Synthetic income, 4.3 mil. Outstanding shares, only 175,000. So okay, we'll share that income with only this amount of people, right? So income per share on the paper, $25.06. $25.06. All right. We have to consider this, that they could make an income per share of 25.06. All right. I know it hasn't been made yet. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So, but look at the oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So yeah, this is the new Plady. Yeah, what's up? No, I'm not really, but it could be. It could be. Let me take a sip of coffee. Judging by the live chat, I guess I'm the only one excited about this. But if you own Hoy, then you should be excited, man. This is a good. If you got in the beginning, good job, brah. Good job, brah. All right, so let's get to the file. This is a tough one, honestly, because if they could possibly make $20 on the trade, what am I going to give them? Here come the sound effects from the background of the children. Children are awake. So I had them at 5. I'm not going to lie. I went down to 450. But okay, their last payment was 330. So what are they going to pay, man? Bro, what are they going to pay? Are they going to pay $20? No. Are they going to pay $10? No. Again, they didn't even make the income yet. So the fact is they could pay 60% yield. They could pay probably 330 again, right? If we go to 330, that's about 65% yield. But I need to keep in mind, you know, that there is so much there to be made. I'm not giving them 100% yield. I'm giving them 450. All right. 450 is the number. It's got to be more, but, and I want to give them more. If I would give them more if they cashed out, but damn, 450 is an 89% yield. I don't know. What do you guys think of Hoy? I need some guesstimates here in the live chat. You guys got to help me out here. You know, you're falling asleep. It's almost 7 a.m. You know, you should have been up for hours like me, right? Hyper and singing and all that jazz, drinking coffee. I'm on my second cup, right? Big ass cup too today. Give me some Hoy estimates. All right. Anyway, let's talk about Fiat. Fiat, what are they paying? Who the hell knows, right? Who knows? Who cares too? So let's just uncover it. 21 cents, 66% yield. Typically, these inverses do pay a little more than what the IV says. So yeah. Oh, I woke up some people. That's good. Let's see. We got some guesstimates coming in. Tree Fitty. Okay, $1 less than me. 790. Oh, 465. 375. $1. $1, man. No way. Unless that's in reference to Coney. So if they don't pay all of that until November, it will be 20. Don't worry, Majestic. There will be months that they do not make money. My kids jumping in front of the TV, spilling. Yep, that sounds about right. You may be in my house, Baron. That is exactly what kind of happens. You try to sip your coffee and you can't. It's nuts, man. It's nuts. How do we live? Hoy $5. Yeah, that's what I had originally. 385. You know, you guys are probably right. Yeah. I mean, who knows? Whatever. We'll find out Wednesday anyway. Sorry, I had to be a little dramatic about that because I just thought those numbers were crazy. All right. Again, weeklies. I mean, do we really care about the weeklies? I know you guys say you do, but so let's just look at YMAX. I'm just gonna go quick. 18 cents is what I got. So guesstimate yield, actual yield, yeah. So the actual yield is actually based on the last time they had 4 full payments. So yeah, okay. So I'll keep that there. And the guesstimate yield is kind of around the same. So 18 cents. Their last payment though was 14. So yeah, this is tough, man. This is tough. I'll take out the 110% multiplier. All right. I guess let's go with 17 cents for YMAX. It seems high, honestly, right? Seems high. But what the hell do I know? What the hell do I know? Nothing. Literally nothing. All right, let's go to YMAG. What are they paying? 17 cents? Yeah, I'm taking out the multiplier for them too. You know, just good old school stuff. All right, 16 cents, which would be a 56% yield for YMAG. Up next, LFGY. So these I still do. I keep like the holdings. IV is working. That's pretty good. So what do we got here? These are all the holdings of LFGY. What do they hold? BitDeer, CleanSpark, Galaxy, and you can see their IV. So what I do is I take the average implied volatility of all these suckers. And is anything new? No. PayPal. Was PayPal always there? I don't remember. Wait, what's this? What's this? What's going on over here? That's Tesla. Tesla's not picking up. Never copy that. Is that not working? Yeah. The IV's not picking up. Okay, whatever. And then again, cash. No, we don't pick up cash because that is cash. Cash is cash. We don't want the ticker cash. All right, so the average IV of all of the LFGY funds is 60%. The guesstimate based on that is 45 cents. Their last payment was 46. So again, it's kind of in line. I did not use a multiplier, so we're just going to stick with the 45 cents because that makes sense. All right. Right? LFGY, 45 cents, 60% yield. Hey, it works for me. I mean, that's a freaking amazing yield, right? What do you guys think? Any good? Any good? Yeah, I think so. All right, GPTY. This is another sucker, safer version, right? Look at this weak sauce to IV, 25% for Apple. Like, who the trading options on Apple? That is probably the worst, you know, because imagine how much capital you have to put up. Oh, no, thank you. Give me some. I would need like quadruple leverage on Apple to trade it. All right, what else we got here? Oh man, you know, we got a bunch of safeties here, and then we got this core weave thing, 120. Oh, good God, it does not belong here, but it'll juice up the IV average. We got Marvel juicing it up a little bit. Palantir, Tesla. Hey, I see the Tesla IV works here. You gotta love Google Sheets, man. It's a beautiful thing, isn't it? Is this why is this not picking up? TSM, yeah, another 37% there. Bottom one, actually, what is that? Yeah, that's probably cash, so I'm not going to worry about that. All right, so the average implied volatility, if I go to the way bottom, is 41%. Okay, that's okay. The guesstimate based on that, oh yeah, just so you know, I'm kind of rushing things, but what we do is we take the average IV, which is 41%. We multiply that by the price of GPTY, and you divide that by 52 weeks in a year, and you get 37 cents. So what was their last payment? 32. So this would be quite an increase. So I do have a multiplier in there. Okay. So I had some sense yesterday. So I gave them a multiplier of 80%, which would actually make the payment a little smaller at 29 cents, which would be a 33% yield. All right, works for me. What do you guys think? Or do you think it should be higher? I mean, again, they pay every week, so it's hard to get too upset. When it comes to the ones that pay every 4 weeks, yeah, you can get upset because you're waiting and waiting and waiting, and then you wait for what, right? You wait for a crap, right? A crappy payment. All right, we're gonna move on here. SDTY, QDTY, RDTY. Again, I don't do much work on that, so I'm just going to unhide them all together. And what do we got? I put 24 cents. Ooh, that's with the multiplier. Yeah, I don't want to raise it from the last one. All right, so I'm going to use the 150 multiplier this week. Let's see what that comes to. Yeah, okay, in line. And then this one, use the 150 multiplier. All right, so let's go with the SDTY, 21 cents, penny decrease from last month or last week. QDTY 23 cents in line with last week, and then RDTY 29 cents, 3-cent decrease from last week. All right, up next is your boy Ulti. Again, Ulti is a big fan favorite lately, as it should be. You know, it just does whatever it wants. You know, it's like, I'll do whatever I want. I don't care about you guys. All right, so what are they doing? What do they own? Well, they own a bunch of high IV degenerate funds. Look at this one, man. Oh, Circle. You guys know about Circle? Circle, man. Circle freaking IPO'd and blew up. And look at the IV on Circle. 170. Look at this, man. Bro. And look at the chart, too. Guys, go look at the chart and say, damn, right? I mean, I don't speculate. I don't buy stocks and hope and pray it goes up, but good Lord, for any of you that did and you bought Circle, good for you and congrats. All right, let's keep going. You know, typically the same ones in up in her. Yeah, nothing new. Oklo, Reddit. We love Reddit, right? Super micro nerdy. TNA, Dynamite, Upstart, sure. What's this one not updating? You can't trust the spreadsheet. Why is the IV not updating? Who knows and who cares? How about that? All right, take out the cash. What's our average IV in this degenerate fund? Oh my goodness, it's 75%. Is that good? Yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty good. What's our payment based on that? Well, 9 cents. Well, we should probably bring this out some decimals. All right, it's 0.0895 to be exact. So again, is that what they're going to pay us? Probably. I mean, who knows? Who the hell knows? Nobody knows except YieldMax. So their last payment was 0.0875. I'd like to think they did pretty well with Circle, so maybe they made some money on that, brah, right? Some capital doodah. But again, we don't know what happened with the other funds, so it's really hard to tell. I'm just going to give them the 8 cents again. You can round it to 9 if you want. All right, do whatever you want. How about that? How about that? All right. Anyway, next is Chippity doodah, Chippity day. Chipping. All right, so what do they own? A bunch of nerdy ass chip companies, you know? These companies, who the hell are they? Well, we know Broadcom, AMD, right? We know those suckers. We know Intel, right? That's old. That's old school, man. Who else we got? Freaking Lattice. Who the hell is that? Microchip. Okay. Well, there's another, there's MU. We know that. Marvel, like the freaking comics. NVIDIA, obviously. Own QCOM, we know about them suckers, and we know about Texas Instruments, again, for us old ass people with the graphing calculators, you know, remember the days? Kids have no idea. They have no idea. Back in my day, we used Texas Instruments graphic calculator. Thing was like $100-$200, right? You wish you had one. Anyway, what's the average IV on this sucker? 42%. So we consider the Chippity doodah a pretty safe fund, but it's sector based. So if Chippity doodahs overall go down, then Chippity doodah will go down, right? Makes sense? Good. Good coffee right there. All right. So the guesstimate is 43 cents. Simple, right? It's not hard, right? It's 43 cents. They paid 40 last time. All right, maybe we'll get a multiplier then, because they're probably not going to pay more, right? The lower IV environment. So I gave them 38 cents, sucker. Is that okay? That's a 38% yield. I hope that's okay, suckers. They did go up 34 cents, suckers. Okay. All right, so that's the update on the guesstimates. And now we can do whatever the hell we want. Back in my day, we used, for real. Remember, they'd said no calculators, right? Even though, well, they did exist, but they'd be like, no, you're not using a calculator. Now it's like they only use freaking calculators. Come on. Nobody has a brain anymore, it seems. They don't write cursive. They don't do this. They don't do that. Like, come on, bro. Come on, bro. I feel like the education overall has gone down. That is for damn sure. Anyway, I don't want to sound like an old fart. Yeah, man, T85, that exactly. All right, so we're done, but we're not done, because we're going to keep going. And these are the funds over here that they filed. Again, we added to them to the recent batch. We want to keep an eye. We want to maybe, what we could do is keep the IVs. Look what I added. I added Circle on the bottom in hopes that they launch Circle. I really think, oh no, the IVs in this column. Yeah, 177%. They did not file for this, but I'm adding it because I'm assuming they will. Because the reason they didn't is, well, the old rules say if you IPO, if you're new and you just IPO'd, you can't create a fund with them, I believe, until 1 year out. But I think those rules are a little more flexible now. So, because I'm pretty sure Mike Venuto said someone already opened something on Circle. So yeah. All right. So what else did they file for? Reddit. Okay, 67% IV. Look at these two, HIMS and IONQ. Again, those will bring some nice juice to YMAX. ARM, I think they have a decent IV ARM, but they're not updating. Who else we got? Nike has a 47% IV. They must have earnings or something coming up. That's crazy. Screw them though. All right. What else we got? ARC. It's pretty good. 45%. Who else? 45% for Intel. I don't care about Intel. Shopify. I don't care about them either. All right. Well, again, who else should they file for? Any suggestions? I can add them. All right. I can add suggestions. Anyone, guys? Any tickers that I should add here to the suggestion inbox? Let me know. In fact, I'll make a line for anything below Uber is just the suggestion inbox. So come on, we're live. Go. Got anyone? No? I'll take a sip of coffee. I'll wait. Okay, SoFi. Let's see what their IV is, though. I don't remember it being that great, to be honest. Loading. Oh, come on, man. You're going to do me dirty like that? You freaking. You freaking. Wow, the current price is 15? Man, I was playing around with this at 6. All right, I'm hitting refresh. It's going to screw up everything. Go down. Still loading. Stupid. All right, I don't know what their IV is. Sorry, it's not working. But I don't remember it being that high, to be honest. I'm missing out. You guys are typing a bunch. Hold on. All right, what do you got? SoFi. Okay, I got SoFi. I need tickers. AC. What the hell is that? All right, RKLB. What just happened? All right, typed in the wrong screen. RKLB. All right, what else we got? ASTS. MU. What's that's the micron? I thought they didn't file for that. Metaplanet. Yeah, they don't have options. I was told they don't have options on Metaplanet. What the hell is AM? Is this a real ticker? ASML. GUR. I'm not typing that in. ACHR. Why is my fix that? There you go. All right, what do we got? We got more. Damn, Oscar the Grouch. OSCR. And you guys keep going. Good for you. I ask and I shall receive. ACHR. Yeah, I got that one. SGMT. Where the hell? Where am I? SGMT. SGMT. AMC. Diamond Hands, baby. They did file for whatchamacallit? GME, right? Is it up there? They did file for GME, didn't they? Yeah, it's right there. Okay. But not AMC. They should have done both, to be honest. CoreWeave, did it? I thought they have that one. Maybe not. CRWV. Okay, what else we got? We got some good ones here, I hope. I don't know what their IVs are. Really? AMD? Come on, bro. Are you serious, brother? All right. I'm trusting you. You're busting my balls here. That's an actual freaking ticker. APLD. Did I get that one? No. APLD. All right. I'm closing up shop now. This is the last one. All right. So let's copy these suckers all the way down and let's see what we got here. Loading. Come on, Google. You can handle it. Chicken to China, the Chinese chicken. All right. So, SoFi got updated. 52% on SoFi. Okay. Oh, Rocket Lab. Is that the freaking mortgage company? No, thank you. 73%. Decent IV. AST Mobile, 89%. Wow, that's a high IV. Micron Technology, 55%. Antero Midstream Corp, 22%. Really, bro? Why do we want this crap? ASML, 41%. That's all right, I guess. Archer, 73. Oscar, 90%. Ooh. All right. Sagamet Bioscience, man, another nerdy ass freaking company. 118%. RKLB is a rocket company. What's Rocket Lab? What's the freaking mortgage then? Rocket something, right? Oh, so that's a legit rocket. That's like a competitor. Oh, to Mr. Elon, right? I don't know. All right, so what do we got here? Again, we got Oscar, Sajamat. AMC is only 60%. Man, that sucks. AT&T, I mean, honestly, no thank you. I added it only because you said it, but that IV is weak. The company is blah and blah, 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 blah. I mean, I've had them forever, but I did switch to Verizon, so I did leave them. CoreWeave, 100, wow, 123%. Ooh, Gorilla. This, I guess you weren't lying, brother. 104%. That's a sweet ass IV, 96%. So, anyway, Rocket is a space company. All right, so, oh, wait. I see a 3. Is that for real, brother? All right, I'll add this one only because of that IV. You better be right on that IV. INMB. Let's see what we got here. Plug this sucker in. This will be the most degenerate play on here. Come on, let's see that IV. INMB. Oh my God, 541% IV on INMB. Do we want this in YMAX? Holy crap! Oh my God! And look at oh my God, the price is $6. We can afford to trade options on that. Are they an actual decent company, or are they going to go in the shitter? That's the question. All right, so these are the I guess the request list. So if I ever interview again, then I'll bring them up. I'll put them on the screen. All right. So what else do we want to talk about, guys? So who paid last week? Group B. Let's just check out a house money update on Group B. AMDY, you know, again, what? Look at JPMO. Look at their launch prices are so screwed up here. I don't know what's going on, man. I do not know. And the data just cannot be trusted, unfortunately. So we have to ignore JPMO and MSFO because those launch prices are not accurate. But AMDY, 158% house money. So they paid back more than 100% of their launch price. In fact, 58% on top, which is awesome. And then we got Phoebe, 78%. So they're approaching 100. Again, we got to ignore these next two. And then up next is Platy. They're at 76%. So a few more payments and they'll be there, which is pretty cool. So it's not bad. Group C is coming up. So do we have any approaching the 100% mark? Look at this, man. You guys see this? See the crap I'm dealing with? But again, if Google Sheets starts acting a fool, then my spreadsheets are going to be freaking screwed. But yeah, man. All right. We have to ignore AMDY. Sorry about that. Coney, we know, yeah, 145%. Nephley's at 78%. That's really good. MSFO, 51%. PP, 63%. And even Fiat is 52%. So Group C, man, they're pretty good. They got a lot of green. Again, anything above 50%. Now, obviously, Group D. Oh my God, AI, what is wrong with you? Stupid. Disso is 50% now. Damn. AMSI 62, XYZY 86, and then Misty 188%. No shocker there. So this payment, well, I think this next Misty payment is going to be really, really pathetic, unfortunately. But it'll get us closer to the 200%. Probably not to the 200, but you get what I'm saying. And then we talk about Group A, house money, baby. House. We in the house. We in the house. All right. See, I had to update feet myself. So they're all. I'll have to fix the others next time if it's still bad. Tesla's at 84%. So probably maybe their next 2 or 3 payments they'll be at 100. Hopefully, Allwork is at 67. Ybit 54, and then Snoy is at 57. Now, we can talk about the recovery. They say the recovery rate, right? The recovery rate. So who is recovering? We'll do Group C because they're up next. So let me explain recovery rate. So again, since I track the price from ex-dividend date to the current day, I want to see how much it goes up. And did it go up enough to recover how much it dropped on ex-dividend date for the last distribution? The answer on Nephley is no, but they did recover 39% of that. All right, so hopefully that makes sense. Up next is your boy Conehead. They did go up 90 cents, so they recovered that and then some. So they have a 122% recovery rate. MSFO, 112% recovery rate. AMDY, 122% recovery rate. PP, ABNY, and CVNY, no, they are in the red. And Hoy, of course they did. They recovered double and then some, 230% recovery rate for them. All right, so that's for Group C. Group D, they declare next week. Let's see if anyone recovered. Disso is close. They recovered 73% since their last payment, and YQQQ, believe it or not, recovered 94%. SMCY 50%, and Misty not so much. Everything else is in the red. So that's the update on those. Now, if we go back up to Group A, we can check out their recovery rate. Recovery rate. Let's see. Make sure we're picking up. Yep, the last payment. Yep. All right. So Group A, based on their last payment, Zomo is the only one. They more than doubled their last payment, 224% recovery rate. OARC is almost at 100. They're at 98% recovery rate. And BRKC, they did not pay anything, so we'll stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for that. All right. All right. Oh yeah. Not to get off topic, but you know, we talked about Hoy and how awesome they are, right? I have a problem though. Where the hell is Hoy in the YMAX holdings? Hoy paid a distro, right? Right? We go down here. Hoy, they paid 330, right? Last time around. Am I wrong? This should be in freaking YMAX, right? Because they're up again to declare. So when is the freaking allocation happening? I mean, come on, bro. Why is Hoy not in here? Someone email Mr. YieldMax or YieldMax if you're listening. Please answer this question. I mean, and to my knowledge, Hoy should have been in here by now. Am I wrong? Especially with that upside, man. Come on, bro. Plus that distro. Oof. I don't know, man. Anyway, I may be the only one that cares, but I think Hoy should be in there. Whatever. All right. So where are we here? What are we doing? Group, who we got? Group B. They just declared, so really short time frame, but JPMO 28% recovery and dips 25%. Okay, Cletus. Okay. So that's that. Now, one thing I always look at too is the underlying, the price of the underlying and how it compares to its 52-week high and 52-week low, how the current price compares to that. So what I do here is a couple things. We got the current price of the underlying, obviously for Tesla, it's Tesla, 52-week low of the underlying, 52-week high of the underlying, and if it's closer to the low or the high, all right, and that's obviously determined based on a formula. So you can see that, okay, they are 45% away from the low. Wow, it's close, man. 322, 160. Yeah, it's really close. All right. So they're like in the middle. Tesla's at like towards the middle. So we don't know. If we're using 52-week high and 52-week low as an indicator, then we don't really know. We're just spitballing, right? But it's closer to the low for sure. OARC, again, I don't know what's going on with this one, but it has a mind of its own, so we can't really cover it. I obviously need a new ticker for OARC. Not OARC, ARC. Did they get a new ticker? Anyway, let's talk about GUI, 37% away from their low, so they're closer to the lows. Everyone else here closer to the highs outside of crash, but we can't really count that. All right, let's move down to Group B. See if anyone is near the low here. What the hell just happened? All right, so we got NVIDIA. Nope, they're near the high. Facebook's near the high. JP Morgan's near the high. Moderna, always near the low, 2% away from the low, but they just go down. Marrow's typically near the low. They're 22% away from their 52-week low. So some may consider that a deal. Some may consider that blah, blah, blah. All right, we go to Group C. Netflix, Coinbase, and Microsoft are all near their highs, closer to the highs than the lows. But AMD, PayPal, and Airbnb are closer to their lows. And then the rest of them are closer to the highs. Let's go to Group D and see what these suckers are doing. Apple is near the low. That's interesting. 34% away from the low, but I think they've been in the news for negative stuff lately. Amazon's near the high. Disney's near the high. And then we got XYZ, or whatever the hell it is. That's near the low. AI is near the low. And then SMCI typically is near the low. So that's the update on that. I don't know if that helps anyone. But yeah. So what else? What else do we want to cover? I did have the Bitcoin price up because again, we saw, the U.S. retaliate with Iran, and is this an indicator of the market on Monday? I don't know, man. I don't know. It's not really. It's showing what community sentiment is 82% bullish. This is CoinMarketCap. I mean, they've come a long way, man. CoinMarketCap, but it's crazy stuff, man. All right, so I don't know. I don't know how Monday's going to open, but you can only guess that it's going to be a red shit show, to be honest. But I don't know. What do you guys think? Is there anything else you guys want me to cover? Do we have Q&A? You want to do some Q&A? I haven't really caught up with the comments. But yeah, there's 199 of you here. So how you doing? Yeah, a lot of the comments were the tickers. So my options, your options, how you will play them. What do you mean on Monday? If it's red, I'm selling puts. I mean, I may sell a call in there here and there just to get some use of my shares. But if I go to my options plays here, like TSLL, I own 800 shares. I have 400, about half of them, 50% with covered calls. So again, if the market drops really bad on Monday, I'm not going to sell calls. It really doesn't make sense. But what I should do is sell puts, right? And right now, let's see if I have any puts. If I have any puts right now, they're going to kind of be screwed, right? I have it at 10 and 11, but they are 9 and 18% out of the money. Are they safe? You never know, man. We'll see. We'll see how Monday opens. And when we talk about TNA, how many calls do I have? I got only 200 with covered calls. I have 600 total shares, so I wanted to sell calls on 400 more. But again, if the market opens really red on Monday, it's going to suckity-doo-dah. Put-wise, I have a 26. That should be okay. That's 15% out of the money. The 32, though, that's in danger. So that's going to be screwed for sure. So that's not good. And my account, I've been using mostly cash to sell puts with. But after probably, if we have a rough week, I'm going to be dipping into the margin as far as options selling puts is concerned, which is okay. But when that happens, what I do is I get a little more aggressive on the call side because I wouldn't mind assignment to help, fill back up the cash in the account. Because once I sell puts on margin, and then once those puts get assigned, then I'm going to have to pay the interest rate for the margin. And that's okay and all, but it's not okay for an extended period of time. It's not okay for a large balance. It's not okay if I'm using up most of the margin, again, but which I'm not even close to that because I'm not even using it yet, but you get what I'm saying. So that's kind of how I'm playing it and planning it. And we'll go from there. Again, I'm not so sure it's going to be as bad as we think, but we'll see. We'll see how, how the world retaliates to it. All right, let me get to the comments. When do futures open? Well, 6 p.m. right, is when the market, oh yeah, AB just said that. Yep. VG would be a good play. Do you think Palantir will be up? They are defense. I have no freaking idea, man. I am not the speculator here, and I'm not a Palantir person, but they clearly are. Bank bra. It is anyone's guess how things will go. Yep. And probably knows better than all of us. She looks smart. Look at that picture. Looks like the smartest person in the room. All right. SHLD should be up. Okay, brother. Thank you. IG says down 405 points. Yeah, it's probably going to be down. What can you do, man? What can we do? What can we do? All right, so we got what, 190 people here. Any questions? Any options questions? I got my options sheet up. Anyone scared for them open on Monday, or do we all just not give a crap and we'll just deal with it when it happens? Right? You guys tell me. You tell me, Cletus. Come on, Cletus. Come on. Come on. All right. Does everyone here follow me on X? Again, I am on Twitter. Retire on dividend, right? Dividend. The D was taken, I believe. So search at retire on dividend. Believe it or not, there's a lot of people trying to duplicate my account here as well. Not just Discord, but it's here as well. So check me out there. I'm doing a lot of posts now lately, so I am more active on Twitter. So give me come over and give me a follow or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, and then retweet this and that and the other thing. All right, does that sound good? Easy enough, right? You know, it's not hard work. S&P is down 405. I mean, how is anything down if it's not even open yet? International markets are open soon, or I don't know, right? But all right, so if there's no other question, actually, we're almost on an hour. This is pretty good time. This is pretty good. But again, we got a lot of you here. Any questions? Last chance. Dow Jones. What about the Dow Jones? And any questions, Ann? I know you're late. Come on. What do you got? Are we going fishing? When are we going fishing? Who else is on here? I know we're getting into LA Appliances premiere time, so he's probably come and gone. Magic 8 Balls in the shop. Yeah. I don't know, man. Who cares, right? That's what I say. Whatever. It is what it is. We can't control it. All right, she's going fishing soon. We'll have to. We're all going to tag along. We'll meet you there. All right. Should we do a recap? Did any of you come late? Should I do a recap on what my guesstimates are, or should I make you watch it again? Should I make you watch the video again? No, I'll do a quick recap. Give me a second here. All right. Okay, you ready? All right. Nephley, 60 cents, 42% yield. Coney, 69 cents, 99% yield. MSFO, 28 cents, 20% yield. AMDY, 27 cents, 43% yield. PP, 31 cents, 31% yield. ABNY, 29 cents, 31% yield. CVNY, $1.95, 59% yield. Hoo-wee! 450, 89% yield. Fiat, 21 cents, 66% yield. All right. Also, the weeklies. YMAX, 17 cents, 66% yield. YMAG, 16 cents, 56% yield. LFGY, 45 cents, 61% yield. GPTY, 29 cents, 33% yield. SDTY, 21 cents, 25% yield. QDTY, 23 cents, 29% yield. RDTY, 29 cents, 34% yield. Ulti, 8 cents, 74% yield. And Chippity doodah, Chippity day. Chip, what a wonderful day. 38 cents, 38% yield. So can you dig that, sucker? All right, so let me catch up on the questions, and then we will probably call it a day, man. Call it a day, Cletus. All right, so Do we see Tesla moving robotax? I mean, I hope. I hope. I got a lot of TSLL. I wouldn't mind it going up. I don't know, man. Again, I don't know crap about crap. So when is YieldMax? That's a good question, man. I gotta talk to Mike when I'm in New York. We gotta get that Roddy fund. What should we do in the Roddy fund though? Maybe we'll take a poll on that. Should we just do what I'm doing with the wheel? Maybe I should just, the Roddy fund should be like this, the index wheel. So I'll do a wheel on all four of these, since the fund will be massive and it'll pass Misty in assets under management, right? So we'll have all the money in the world and we'll trade the wheel on all four triple leverage indexes. That would be my preferred suggestions. But of course, could you imagine? I'd have to actually learn how to read charts and all that. Okay, good. You wanted to recap. Good. All right. So recap. We need a keyword. Yes, we're getting there. Conflict. I think coin. We'll keep moving. Yeah. Rod, what do you think? CSYY pays weekly. Video question. I don't know, man. What are they still selling puts over there? What did they change? They were paying monthly, right? They changed to weekly. I don't know, man. I haven't really looked at TSYY, to be honest. So I'm no help. I'm no help on that. But again, it all depends on Tesla. The IV sucks. Well, the IV doesn't suck as bad actually on Tesla versus the overall market, but I'm sure it's doing okay. That fund seemed like a decent option alternative. Sync everything. Yeah, maybe. Oh, TC, he's alive. Oh my goodness. Stopped in to see the Coney guess. I imagine, according to Rod's guess, it should pay about 35 cents. Remember to panic sell tomorrow. Yep. The Roddy fund sounds good. How many people would buy into the Roddy fund? Could you imagine? Monday, yeah. I mean, I hope not. I hope it's not too much because I know, buy the dip. Yeah, buy the dip. I'm over the freaking dip. I feel like we never stopped dipping, right? Since the presidential change, we never really fully recovered. This is not like, what's the overall market at year to date, right? Coney should pay about 80 cents this week. Yeah, you never know, man. You never know. Create the Rod Mag 7. Screw the Mag 7, man. Get them out of here. All right, another 10%. No. I don't feel like dealing with that. I just yeah, whatever. We'll deal with it. It is what it is. What days do they pay? Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. All right, Circle is up due to the Genius Act. All right, whatever. All right, so that's it. I think that's it. But guys, this guesstimate video is just for fun. All right, this whole video is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. This video is for fun and entertainment. So hopefully you had fun. Hopefully you were entertained. If not, come back tomorrow on the Monday recap and we will be entertaining. All right, we will be screaming and singing and dancing and all that jazz. So come back tomorrow and have fun with that. All right. Yeah, what's the market at, Sour Kiss, S&P wise? Do we know? Year to date, S&P under current admin is down. Yeah, so it's not I don't know, man. Definitely going to be screaming tomorrow. Yeah, it's gonna be fun day tomorrow, I'm sure. No, thank you for joining. And you were like the small percentage of women that join. You gotta share with your friends, I guess. Got to get that female percentage up. Only dudes like dividends. I don't believe it. There's no way. We gotta train the chickas. All right, what do we got here? Maybe pulling what's left of my hair out. Yeah. Roddy, the next big thing. I think so. I think so. Well, you got to email YieldMax about it. Open the Roddy fund. You know, if you guys keep emailing them, they'll want to make it. Would I do that? Hell yeah, freaking would. I'll work as a I don't know how it would work actually, but they would probably be like, hell no, we ain't paying your ass. We got experts. We'll just get Scott to do it. All right, what do we got? We don't know. We don't know. Trump may tweet something. Yeah, it's tough though after that, after the bombing. I don't know. Oh, sweet. Sour kiss of the lady. All right. There we go. We got two out of the 194 people are. So unless there's more and they're quiet. I don't know why. I hope everyone feels comfortable to chime in. You know, people don't bite, so it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. But anyway, what the hell were you saying? So if you enjoy this content, please hit the like button. All right, just hit it. Just hit it once. That's it, not twice. You can hit it once. You can hit it 3 times, 5 times. You know, any odd numbers. It's up to you. If you have any questions or concerns, leave them down in the comments below. If you have a video question, which means I can answer it in the video, just type video question and then type in the question. You know, type video question followed by the question. All right. So, ladies, keyword ladies up. Yeah. No, the keyword is hello, ladies. I don't know if you guys remember Val Venus, but yeah. Oh, now they're coming out of the woodwork. Here we go. What do you think? Val Venus keyword. Hello, ladies. All right. Anyway, guys, we made it to the end of the video. So what does that mean? It's keyword time. So if you made it this far in the video and you want to prove it, you gotta say the keyword. Keyword today. I think we already said it. Hello, ladies. If you guys watch wrestling and you know who Val Venus is, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't, you're probably like, the hell is wrong with this guy? But that is the key word. So if you want to prove that you made it to the end of the video, you have to type down, not in the live comments, in the actual comments, right? We want to blow up the actual comments and we want to say, hello, ladies. Of course, you could write in the live chat as well. But if you do it, you have to write in the other chat, in the other comment, all right? That way it fills up and everyone knows you made it to the end of this awfully long video, over an hour on your Sunday morning. But for real, guys, thank you for your time. Yeah, EM knows. Hello, lady. All right. I'll stop. I'll let you guys go. But thank you for your time this morning. Thank you for joining. I appreciate all of you. But yeah, probably back to some pre-recording episodes this week and then, you know, back to live on the weekends. But yeah, anyway, I'm out of here. Have a great day, everyone. And we will talk on Monday morning. All right. Sound good? Great. Hello, ladies.